into the depth dive. We are so glad you are here with us today because we are looking at a massive stack of notes.
Oh, a total mountain of form guides and insider chatter.
Yeah, exactly. And our mission today is crystal clear. We are giving you a comprehensive race-by-race breakdown of the V85 crowding event at Halmstad on Saturday, March 7, 2026.
Right, which is huge.
It is. And as I was combing through all this material, one massive game-changing theme just kept jumping out at me from every single piece of data.
Let me guess. The barfooted premiere.
Yes. The barefoot premiere. Everyone is talking about it.
It is the absolute defining factor of this weekend. And looking at these notes, there is a lot of emphasis on the location, too.
Halmstad.
Yeah. Why does it matter so much that this specific barefoot premiere is happening at Halmstad?
Because Halmstad is universally known within the sport as a famously fast track, very summer-like.
Even in early March. Yeah, the composition of the dirt there, combined with the way it drains moisture, means that the surface is incredibly firm and fast very early in the year.
So it's the perfect storm.
It really is.
Let's start right at the beginning of the card. V85-1. This is a race for mares, and right away the notes mention this is a Vilt start. This is an unusually small field, just 8 mares lining up. And looking at the form guides, almost everyone has number 5, Betting Pacer, as the heavy favorite.
Yeah, her capacity is off the charts.
I mean, on paper, her capacity seems way higher than the rest of the field.
On pure capacity, she is absolutely a tier above. She routinely mixes it up with much tougher elite opposition, but the data reveals a critical vulnerability here.
The distance.
Yes. She rarely races over this longer, 260-meter distance. She is primarily a sprinter.
And I also saw a note here that she was recently scratched from a race due to transport issues.
Which is a huge red flag.
Does missing a race like that really throw a horse off that much?
Massively. A transport issue usually means the horse was stressed, perhaps dehydrated, or maybe suffered minor muscle cramping in the trailer.
It messes with their routine.
It disrupts their entire training cycle. When you have a heavy favorite who missed her final dress rehearsal and is stepping up to a distance she isn't comfortable with, that is a glaring vulnerability.
Right. You don't want to rely on a vulnerable favorite, and that opens the door for a few different archetypes of challengers.
Let's hear them.
First, you have the front runner, number 3, Riverdale Z. The notes say she gets to race barefoot all around today.
Which is a big advantage.
If she handles that Volt start well and grabs the lead, she could just dictate the pace, right?
Precisely. In a small field, a comfortable leader can slow the pace down to a crawl, saving all their energy for a final sprint that makes it mathematically impossible for the horses in the back to catch up.
And then you have number 7, Star O'Reilly, who is also a major threat if she just gets a covered trip and saves her speed for the end.
A textbook tactical challenger.
But then you have the dark horses, the Skreller. I am looking at number 8, Nova Mahiran, and number 2, Queen of Power. The data on these two is wild.
It really is.
Why do their metrics jump so high today?
What's fascinating here is their historical barefoot data. Some horses see a slight improvement without shoes, but these two see massive statistical leaps.
So they are true barefoot specialists.
They're quintessential barefoot specialists. In a small field where the favorite is vulnerable, an explosive barefoot sprint from either of these two could entirely upend the race.
Okay, let's unpack this next one. Moving on to the second race, V85-2. This is over 2,140 meters, but this time we have an auto start.
So no circling, just following the gate.
Exactly. You essentially have 2 main camps in this race. On the inside, you have the comeback kid, number 1, Wannabe Zaz.
A great story.
He just came back from a year-long injury break, and he looks spectacular winning his first race back. He has the perfect inside draw to lead from start to finish.
Right.
But on the far outside, you have number 7, Star Brigadoon, who is totally undefeated in 4 starts. But if you're undefeated like Star Brigadoon, shouldn't you just be able to power through? He has a terrible outside draw, but couldn't he just outrun them?
It's basic geometry. The track is an oval. If you start from the far outside, gate number 7, you are forced to run significantly further around the first curve than the horses on the inside.
So he covers more ground.
Much more. To get to the front, Star Brigadoon will have to sprint incredibly hard, using up a ton of fuel very early in the race. That leaves him vulnerable at the end.
So, if Wannabe Zaz bounces from fatigue and Star Brigadoon burns all his fuel on the first turn, who picks up the pieces?
You look for the opportunists. Number 2, Iman Face, looked incredibly strong in a recent comeback and has the perfect draw to just sit right behind the leaders.
Save energy and wait for them to tire out.
Exactly.
And I also see some interesting gear changes here for the upsets. Number 3, Maradona is going barefoot today and is apparently a blisteringly fast starter who could steal the lead if the favorite stumbles.
A very dangerous horse today.
And then there's number 6, Avicii Willow, who the data flags as a highly interesting barefoot experiment today.
If that new balance clicks, the speed will absolutely be there. Which brings us to the race everyone is talking about.
Yeah.
The 85-3.
The Gold Division.
The star attraction.
The favorite here is number 2, A Fair Day. He is literally known as the people's horse, an absolute superstar and a legitimate candidate for the massive Elite Loppet race later this year.
He is a phenomenon.
Looking through all these form guides, I haven't found a single analyst betting against him. Everyone is totally sold. They are calling him the ultimate spick, the surest winner of the entire day.
What's fascinating here is just how dominant the underlying statistics are. When you run the numbers, the other 5 horses in this small field do not even have a mathematical chance to win.
Literally 0 chance.
None. Unless A Fair Day makes a catastrophic, unforced error. He's going barefoot in the front, he has the perfect draw, and his raw capacity is just on another planet compared to the rest of them.
Wow. So if they are essentially just running for the silver medal, who actually grabs second place?
It'll be a fascinating tactical battle for second. Number 1, Dad's Tour, is in absolute peak form.
And he has the inside draw.
Right. With that inside draw, his driver will likely be more than happy to just grab the spot right behind A Fair Day, get towed around the track in his slipstream, and secure second place effortlessly.
Just hitch a ride to the finish line. But what about number 6, Carrot River? The notes say he has immense talent, almost matching Dad's Tour.
He does have the talent, but from the outside draw in a small field, he will likely be forced into what is known in Swedish trotting as Duden's the death seat. It is the most grueling position on the track. Carrot River has the class to survive it, but it will drain him.
All right, so if A Fair Day is our absolute mathematical certainty for the day, V85-4 is the exact opposite.
Pure chaos.
Looking at these notes, this mare's race looks like a complete handicapping nightmare. It is a vault start again, but it says the field is spread across 2 different starting distances. The tentative favorites in the data are number 9, Global Empress, and number 12, Satsuma. Both are going barefoot today, which seems like a plus, but the analysts seem really nervous about them.
They are incredibly weak favorites. When you are handicapped 20 meters in a vault start, you are relying entirely on the horses in front of you making mistakes or tiring out.
Because 20 meters is a lot of ground to make up.
Huge. If the horses on the front line get a clean start and set a steady pace, the math makes it almost impossible for a horse in the back to close that gap without burning themselves out.
That means we need to look at the challengers who could exploit that chaos. You have number 15, Donna Inez, who showed a massive sprint recently, and number 11, Daphne TM, returning from a break but possessing high capacity.
Both strong contenders.
But I love finding these hidden gems in the data for the upsets. Number 1, Al's demonic doll has the absolute inside draw on that front starting line. If she steps away cleanly while everyone else is bumping into each other, she could just steal the lead and never look back.
And if we connect this back to the bigger picture of the barefoot premier, you have to flag number 6, Sincerely.
She's a huge long shot, right?
On paper, she is a massive long shot. But when you dig into the historical data, her past times when racing barefoot are shockingly fast.
So if the shoes come off and it clicks?
Exactly. If she replicates those specific barefoot performances today, she will easily outrun her odds.
Moving from complete chaos to what is being billed as the duel of the undefeateds, V85-5.
This is going to be good.
On one side, you have the favorite, number 1, Clean Table. He is undefeated since moving to his current trainer, going barefoot all around, and they are testing him in an American bike for the very first time.
A huge variable.
Against him is number 3, Home Safe, riding a dominant 4-race win streak, and guess what? Also testing an American book today.
The clash of the bike.
But what happens if Clean Table and Home Safe just duel each other into the ground?
Then the upsets come into play.
Right, they're waiting in the wings. Number 5, Mr. Bonacera, is going barefoot and is known to be incredibly fast out of the gate. And number 6, Gugu Sensation, has extremely high capacity and is also geared up with an American bike today.
It is going to be an absolute rocket race. Let's keep that momentum going into V85-6. The Silver Division, the heavyweights.
Oh, this one has a great storyline. The favorite here is number 4, Maroon Day. And fun fact I found in the notes, he happens to be the younger brother of the superstar we talked about earlier, A Fair Day.
The talent clearly runs in the family.
It really does. But he is facing off against a truly formidable opponent in number 2, Makalu Doc. The sources universally respect Makalu Doc for his sheer raw strength, and today he has drawn the absolute perfect starting position.
It is a classic clash of styles. You have Maroon Day's inherited speed against Makalu Doc's brute strength.
Speed versus power.
Right. But the dynamic of this race completely changes when you factor in the wild card pace setter. Number 1, Golden Crescent.
Right, there is always a spoiler.
Exactly. Golden Crescent is blindingly fast out of the gate. If he holds the inside line, takes the lead, and his driver stubbornly refuses to yield on this fast summer-like track, he is going to force Maroon Day and Makalu Doc to work incredibly hard on the outside.
Basically putting them in the death seat.
Yes. He could entirely ruin the tactical race for the heavy favorites by setting a pace that burns everyone out.
And if they all burn out, you have to watch number 3, Carrot Cien. He is a former winner of the prestigious Danish Criterium. He has pure class, and he is going barefoot today.
From a tactical sprint, we move to the ultimate test of endurance. V85-7 is a 2,640-meter race.
This is the marathon.
The longest distance of the day, and universally agreed by the sources to be the toughest race to predict.
Looking at the notes, number 12, Arnie Silvio, is the favorite. He is incredibly strong. He is going barefoot, but he is cursed with the absolute worst starting position in the second row on the far outside.
It's a terrible draw.
But wait, if it's a 640-meter marathon, does a bad starting position even matter? Doesn't he have plenty of time to catch up?
It is a logical question, but in trotting, extra distance actually makes a bad draw worse.
Really? Why?
Because of the wind resistance we talked about earlier, drafting behind other horses is critical. It is just like the Tour de France. If Arnie Silvio starts in the back, he has to spend massive amounts of energy swinging wide and passing horses without any aerodynamic cover.
Oh, I see.
Over a marathon distance, that wasted energy compounds dramatically.
Ah, that makes total sense. So who benefits from that? Number 1, Run Champ Run, has great form, but the notes say he is strapped on the inner rail.
Yes, which is risky.
If the horses outside of him aren't fast, he could get completely boxed in with nowhere to go.
Which is why the upsets here are so vital.
Yeah.
When the favorites are compromised by their post positions or bad traffic, you look for raw capacity.
Here's where it gets really interesting. Look at number 9, Light the Lamp. This horse has massive raw capacity, and the beta shows he absolutely loves racing at Halmstad.
But he has a flaw.
Yeah, he is highly prone to galloping. If he keeps his stride, he can outendure all of them. But it is a massive if.
And then there is the ultimate statistical outlier, number 4, Gibraltar.
What's his story?
This horse has been resting, so his form is a huge question mark. But look at the gear changes the trainer is throwing at this race. He is being equipped with an American bike for aerodynamics. He's going barefoot on the back hooves for better push-off.
And they're putting a blindfold on him to maximize his focus at the start.
It is a total kitchen sink approach to finding an edge over the marathon distance.
A blindfold, an American bike, and barefoot back hooves. They are literally pulling out all the stops. Which brings us to the grand finale, V85-8, the bronze division.
The favorite to close out the day is number 4, Ideal Stone.
The sources agree this is the home trainer's absolute best chance of the day.
He is a relentless winning machine. And to add fuel to the fire, he's being equipped with an American bike today. He is drawn perfectly to push forward and try to control the race from the front.
But it is not a coronation just yet. The challengers are coming for him, specifically number 10, Jericho Brick.
An incredible horse.
The notes say he is going barefoot all around today, but instead of the American bike, he is being fitted with a specialized FinTech bike. Man, the engineering in this sport is just incredible, and we cannot leave without giving you the final upsets to watch here. Number 2, Miyagi.
Very dangerous.
He is blindingly fast off the gate, and he absolutely loves racing barefoot. His driver is notoriously tough and might stubbornly refuse to give up the lead to the favorite, turning the race into a total dogfight.
It is the perfect setup for a dramatic finish.
Thanks for diving deep with us. Enjoy the races.